House Speaker Mike Johnson may have jeopardized the re-election prospects of a vulnerable GOP incumbent on Friday, with comments suggesting a potential repeal of the CHIPS Act. During a campaign event in Syracuse, New York, Johnson indicated that Republicans probably will seek to repeal the semiconductor manufacturing legislation if they regain control of Congress and if former President Donald Trump wins the White House. This legislation is set to establish a $100 billion microchip manufacturing facility in the area where Johnson was campaigning alongside GOP Representative Brandon Williams. However, Johnson quickly backtracked, stating, "As I have further explained and clarified, I fully support Micron coming to Central NY, and the CHIPS Act is not on the agenda for repeal." He added that there might be future legislation aimed at streamlining the act and removing costly regulations associated with it. During the campaign event, Representative Williams, facing a tough challenge from Democratic State Senator John Mannion, intervened to emphasize the importance of the CHIPS Act, stating he would remind Johnson night and day how important the CHIPS Act is, as Micron prepares to break ground on its facility in New York. Later, Williams revealed that Johnson had privately apologized, claiming he had misunderstood the question regarding the CHIPS Act. The CHIPS and Science Act, passed in 2022, is designed to invest over $200 billion over 5 years to bolster U.S. semiconductor manufacturing, with the aim of reducing costs and preventing supply chain disruptions. Earlier that day, when a reporter from Citrus TV News asked Johnson about the former president's opposition to the CHIPS Act and whether Republicans would seek to repeal it if they regain power, Johnson responded, "I expect that we probably will, but we haven't developed that part of the agenda yet." He underscored the importance of Williams's race, noting that Democrats were heavily investing to unseat him. Diddy was arrested in September on charges related to sex trafficking, racketeering, and the transport of individuals for prostitution. Although he denies the accusations and has pleaded not guilty, he has been denied bail twice and remains under observation at New York's Metropolitan Detention Center. His lawyer emphasized, "In court, the truth will come out. Mr. Combs has never assaulted anyone, regardless of age or gender." Democrats seized on Johnson's misstep, with the Kamala HQ account on X sharing video of his comments, and Mannion stating, "Trump wants to dismantle, Johnson is in lockstep, Williams calls it corporate welfare." Mannion vowed to defend the CHIPS and Science Act and ensure that investments continue to flow into central New York and the Mohawk Valley. Notably, Williams was not in Congress when the bill was passed but had criticized it during his campaign in 2022.